tape tonight. And if other people come in later, that's fine. You can join us late. Okay, great. All right, well, welcome. Tonight, I am going to discuss with you, do you want to improve your life in 2013? My name is Melissa Armo, and I started a company called the Stock Swoosh LLC, and I teach people how to trade stocks for a living. Now, the reason that I made the title to the webinar tonight, do you want to improve your life in next year, is because it is very, very, very important to think about where your life's at the end of each calendar year and kind of pat yourself on the back if you've had a good year, and if you haven't had the year that you wanted to have, to say to yourself, you know, what can I do to improve my life going forward in 2013? It's good to ask yourself that and say, what changes can I make in my life so that next year can be even better than this year? And even if you had a good year this year, which I hope many of you did, it's nice to say, you know what, can I have a better year next year? Is that possible? Of course it's possible. Even if you had a fantastic year this year, it's possible to have an even better year next year. Many of you are familiar with my contact information, but if you don't know it and you're new to the Stock Swoosh, please feel free to contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com for any further questions. I do post videos on YouTube, and you can like my Facebook site as well, or you can get me on Twitter at the Stock Swoosh. So we're going to start tonight by talking about what is your greatest desire right now in your life. Okay, I want you to think about that right now. What is your greatest desire right now, tonight, 5:35 Eastern Time, in your life? If someone asked you, which I'm asking you, more leisure time to be with your friends and family, more freedom, less stress, more money, a nicer home, a better job, more peace and happiness, something else that I don't have listed? It could be anything, okay? What is your greatest desire right now in your life? Ask yourself this just to yourself. In fact, write it down. Write it down right now. What is your greatest desire that you want in your life right now? Okay? Write down your greatest desire in your life at this moment. Okay, not forever, just right now. And ask yourself if you want to improve your life in 2013. Ask yourself, what do you want to improve about your life in 2013? And write down the answer. Okay? I'm gonna do this with you. I'm writing down mine. What do I want to improve about my life in 2013? I know exactly. Okay? I just wrote it down. And I've been writing it down. It's part of what helped me actually create the entire seminar that I did tonight. When I talk and when I teach and when I do things, you know that I also do that for myself. Okay? Everything that I say and everything I teach, I 100% believe. I wouldn't be saying it. The words wouldn't be coming out of my mouth unless I believe what I say, what I speak to you. You need a plan of action. You need a plan of action in place in order to improve your life. This is very true, okay? You can't just roll out of bed in the morning and just, whatever. You have to have some kind of plan. You need a plan of action in order to change your life for the better. Trading can be the path to get you where you need to go. You need a plan of action to achieve success. Whatever that success might be. That success might be financial, or that success could be on a personal level in reference to your relationship. Okay, not everything is about money. Okay, some of the things I talk about have nothing to do with money at all. Okay, so your thing that you wrote down on a piece of paper that you wanted to improve your life next year might have had nothing to do with trading or money. And that's fine. Okay, so just stay with me here. Okay. Now, I trade stocks for a living. Trading stocks has improved my life. When I started out doing it, I had no idea what it was going to mean for me, and now it has become so important in my life. It's something that I love to do, and it has improved my life for the better. And it can improve your life for the better, not just financially, but because of the after effects of other things that may happen to you. And we're going to go into detail about this in a little bit here. This is a chart of a stock that you may not even know what these things are. Okay, some of you are familiar with trading, some of you are brand new. They're moving averages and Japanese candlesticks, but they may have no meaning to you if you're not familiar with trading. It doesn't matter, okay? The point is, this is a stock chart, and this is a trade that I did a week ago or a week and a half ago, whenever it was. This was RIGL, and made money doing this. It was a beautiful trade. So something as simple as this little chart you're looking at, learning how to do this thing, okay? Maybe, I'm putting it out there to you, improve your life for the better. You know, it all has to do with the stock market. And anyone who wants to trade can trade. You do not need millions of dollars to become a trader. The stock market is accessible to everyone from any walk of life to trade it. You can do it from your home with a small trading account and a computer. You can do it from your home. You don't need millions of dollars. Now, of course, if you had millions of dollars, that's a different story. You can trade bigger size if you have millions of dollars. You still have to know how to do it and be experienced and learn and take a class, like maybe my class. But you don't need that to be successful as a trader, and you don't need that to make money trading. Okay, you don't need gobs and gobs of money to make money trading. It has to do with the accuracy, the skill level. Okay, and you can take a small amount of money and turn it into way more than you'd ever imagine if you have the accuracy and skill level, which is something that I teach. Okay, and it does have a lot to do with technical analysis. What is the purpose, though, of trading? I've said this in most of the seminars. Obviously, the purpose is to make money, okay? But the result of making the money trading can lead to many other things besides just having more money, okay? We focus so much on money sometimes in our life, we lose sight of why the heck we're focusing on it, okay? Remember, having more money is not just the result of having the money that's sitting there, the thing that's sitting on the table, the dollar bill, the $100 bill, a stack of $100 bills that could be sitting, 50 grand, pretend $50,000 as a stack of $100 bills is sitting on the table next to you. That doesn't do anything for you, except for the fact that you have it for what? To use to do something else, okay? So remember, money is just a vehicle. Money is a vehicle. It's a vehicle for something. Okay, whatever that happens to be. And it's different for everybody. We get so caught up into all the focus on the money that we forget that that money, okay, is just an innate object that is sitting there on the table. And it can't talk to me and it can't walk away from me and I'm in control, not that. I'm the one that has the brain. Money doesn't have its own brain. Money has no power other than the power that you give it. Okay, this is serious here, people. Okay, we give our power away to that innate object so much in our life. I can't tell you. I see myself do it when I get down. I mean, when I was first learning how to trade, I gave that money so much power. It was taking away my power. Don't do it. Okay, this is above and beyond trading right now. I'm talking about other stuff now here. I'm telling you that as a human being, you are powerful. You are more powerful than that money, and the money has only the power that you give it. So if you want to give that money the power to help your life, great. But if you are negative about the money, it's going to turn something into something that isn't going to create what you want, which is to improve your life for 2013. Okay? So take control of the money. Okay? Don't let it control you. And ultimately, having more money can mean improving the quality of your life for many reasons, not just the innate object, not just the money, but for the other things that you can do with it. Okay? So what can having more money mean to improving your life? It can mean you have more free time to spend with your spouse, your kids, your family, your friends, or go and have fun if you're single, date, whatever you want to do. You will maybe have more time, more free time, more leisure time, or more time yourself to read a book, okay? More time to read a book. You know, I love to read. I am so far behind in my reading, I can't even tell you. I can't tell you the last time I actually started a book or finished it. It's been a while. I'm planning on doing that next week. You know, I miss reading, and, you know, the more you read, the more intelligent you become. I'm reading lots of things, but I haven't read any books for a while, and I love to read books. So, simple thing like that. I want to read more 2013. You know, your goals, some of them don't have to be huge and lofty. You can have a big goal for next year to improve your life, and you can have 2 or 3 tiny ones. Like, you know, I want to read, like, at least 10 books next year, a book a month, whatever it is. The point is that having more money can mean lots of things, not just the money on the table, not just the coins, okay? It can mean you have a chance to go on a vacation, take some time off work, maybe save for retirement, way ahead of it so that you don't have to work to your, 65. Who says you have to work to your 65? Who made up that number? Okay, you know how many people now are working way beyond 65? A lot of people, okay, a lot of people that don't want to because of the economy and the state of the economy we live in. Now, if those people 20 years ago or 10 years ago or even 7 years ago, 5 years ago had done something different, like maybe learn how to trade, for example, maybe they wouldn't be working past 65. Things are not the way they used to be, okay? But that doesn't mean that they can't get better, okay? They can get better. They can get better next year in 2013 for me and you and all of us. We have to work on ourselves. That's how it's going to happen. It starts from within, okay? It starts from within, and you're the one who has to do it. It's about self-empowerment. If you accept responsibility for your own life and your own happiness and improving the quality of your own life, you will dramatically change the outcome of your experiences. In the last couple of months, it's almost like everything that I say happens. It's almost like some of the people that are close to me, one of these people is right here now, okay? It's like I say to him, "You're not going to believe this," and he says, "Yes, I will. I will believe. I'll believe anything you say now, Melissa, because you've told me things that I just can't even believe anymore." Honestly, it's like the things that I say, I'm creating, okay? So I have to be so careful the things that I say, because I don't want to say something that's going to create a negative thing. It's almost like I almost think lately that I'm psychic or something, but it's really just the fact that I'm living within my own personal empowerment now that I'm actually seeing the juices flowing of what I know is the reality of creating my own life, okay? And you can do that too. And the more you do it, the faster it's going to happen, and the more you're going to see it, okay, create. Okay, so if you say to yourself, "I want to have an amazing year 2013, say it, do it, it's going to happen, okay? Don't even put it out there that it's not even possible. Say it that yes, okay? And you just wrote down what you wanted to improve in your life in 2013, so right now, start imagining that to happen. That's all about what the self-empowerment is. The thing is, sometimes we lack clarity. I see this sometimes with lots of people. They want to trade, but they're not sure. They want to take my class, but they don't know if they should do it now or maybe wait. People lack so much clarity, okay? If you can't get clear about, number one, the direction you want to take, and number two, how to get there, you're going to have a difficult time moving forward and creating and improving your life in the way that you want to. This is, has to have the clarity. This is part of all of this equation here. The clarity has to be there. Without it, you're going to be in a fog. So how do you get clarity? What if you have no focus? Well, that's what we're here to talk about tonight. Let's get the focus. Figure out and focus right now, what do you want to improve your life for next year, and how are you going to get there, okay? And maybe trading is the vehicle to get you there. Not necessarily because you maybe want more money for the sake of the money, but to use the money as a vehicle to get you where you want to go, to move forward in your life, okay? It's kind of what it has to be, to move to the next level of your life. Now, this is something that sometimes people want to hear and sometimes they don't want to hear. It's like they say, well, I'll wait. I'll wait for another year. I'll wait for another 2 years. Wait for what? Okay? It's time to get clear now. Living in a fog isn't healthy. Let's not do it. Okay? I'm not doing it anymore. It's about intention and focus. And it takes clear intention and focus in order to accomplish the things you have set out to do. First, you wrote down what you got your life in 2013, and that's the intention. Second, how do you make that improvement? Okay? Focus. So first you wrote down what you wanted to improve about your life, which is the intention you're putting out there. And second, how do you make that improvement? Focus. Okay? So you have to focus. Once you have set your intention clearly, you cannot waver from that. Stay the course. Keep your focus on that intention. Once you set out down that road, you cannot get off of it until you reach your destination. Boom, that's it. Period. Story. So many times we as Americans, some of you are not American, but if you are an American, we think we can do something and then take an out. No, okay? No out here. You are setting your intention and focus. You're moving forward. You're doing it. You have to say to yourself, there is no out. I am going to achieve this thing that I want to do, which is improve my life, and I'm going to act like I cannot get off the course, because you really can't if you want to achieve it. Okay, that's the bottom line. Let's pretend that you're climbing up Mount Everest. There's an avalanche below you, and a huge storm. You see it down there. You've already started up the mountain. Okay, you're pretty far up there, even though it's huge. Okay, you've more than half of it to go, but you can see that there's a storm down there, and you know that if you continue back down, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, you're going to get caught in the storm. There's a possibility that the avalanche can hit you. You know you can't go back down, but there's a shorter distance to get back down to the bottom than there is to get up to the top. But you're in danger if you get off the path you're on right now and reverse. This is what I want you to see about moving forward in your life and stuff that you want to do. You can't go back. If you go back, you might die. So what are you going to do? Take a chance of dying, or strap on your boots, okay, put on your gloves, and keep going, okay? You have to look like there's no way out but forward. There's no way out but forward, okay? There is, maybe there is time travel. Maybe time travel is possible. I don't know. I have to think about that. But I know that if you want to reach your goal in something, that you can't go back in time, reconfigure events to make it happen faster or differently. All I know right now is in this moment in the present. And I know that I have one direction forward, okay? I can't go back and wish I did this thing, that thing, the other thing, and trades I did 4 years ago. I can only get up tomorrow morning and trade, okay? And it's the same way with all of you, with anything you're doing in your life. If you continue up the mountain, climbing up, at the top is going to be food and water and a nice warm bed, and then you're going to get some kind of award because you climbed Mount Everest, and you're going to be in television and YouTube and everything, and you're going to say, gosh, I'm so glad I did it. And you'll be so proud of yourself, and you'll be famous, and someone's going to pay you $1 million. So, but the problem is, it's so tough sometimes to move forward with our lives. We see that, but then it seems so unrealistic. How are we possibly going to get there? Gosh, it's going to take so long. I can't even imagine. How am I going to do it? I can't do it. Yes, you can. You can do it. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it. Okay? Pretend you're on an ocean and you're sailing across the ocean. You're going from, London to New York. Let's pretend it's the 1800s. I just watched Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol on TV the other night, the old version with, I forget the guy's name. It's the scary version, okay? It's the version I never watched as a kid because it's, scary. Good. Famous actor, I forget what his name is. Anyways, pretend it was back in those days, and there was no plane, and you had to take a boat to cross the sea. We have it so easy now with our lives. When I was watching that movie, I said, gosh, look at how automated we are with everything. We're so spoiled. We don't even realize it. We think our lives are tough because we have so many things to combat, this, that, and the other thing in our lives. But you know what? 200 years ago, they'd look at us and they'd say, these people are nuts. They don't realize how good they have it. We have it good. Now, things can always get better, but sometimes we feel so sorry for ourselves that things aren't perfect. We have to be grateful for what we have today. I have a computer that works. I have a phone. I have food on the table and a house, okay? And I can get in an airplane and go visit someone in 2 hours. I mean, back in the day, they didn't even have toilets, okay? We have so many things that people didn't have years ago. We need to be grateful for what we have. So you're on the boat. It's 1850, and you have to get across. You're running low on food, okay? There's always a risk of disease when you travel ashore like that. On these things, these trips went on for weeks and months, these people cross these oceans to get somewhere. You can't go back, okay? The wind is moving forward, and you're sailing across the sea, and you almost can't take it anymore being out there. And you've been on this ship now for, let's just say, 10 weeks, and you can't take it anymore. What are you going to do? Give up? No, there's no giving up. There's nowhere to go but forward. Just let the wind take you. You will eventually get there. It's been tough, but you're going to make it, okay? And that's what you have to realize, okay? So get over the toughness. Just get over it. And if you can get over it in your head, it's not going to be that tough. Just get over the fact that it's going to be tough, okay? Because it's just all in your mind. Yes, sometimes it is tough, but accept it and make the best of it, okay? There's people that make the best of situations all the time, and you know what happens? Their life somehow gets incredibly better than after they have a different viewpoint of really what's going on. This really comes down to everything that I teach, and even in my class, about how our minds work in the human brain. We are so powerful as human beings. We are so powerful as human beings. The things that we can do is amazing. Okay? Remember, we're the ones that created the computers and all the things we have today. So since we know our brains are powerful, we know that we can choose to think certain things in our brains, in our minds, or choose to think other things. When you start to realize that the things you think really start to happen, good or bad, you have to be careful and catch yourself when you start to go off in the bad part, okay? Catch yourself and change it into a positive thought. It's really important to trust yourself. You have to trust your decisions. Constantly second-guessing yourself doesn't help you move forward in life. If you don't trust you, who will? Who was going to trust you if you don't trust you? A lot of people don't trust themselves, and they don't trust their decisions, and they have to do something. They have to ask 10 people, 15 people. I'll bounce something off one person, two person, okay? But I don't ask 10 different people. I don't ask 25 different people. And eventually, I still make a decision rather quickly. Some people will ask a million people that never even make a decision because they still don't even trust the thing that the 10 other people said, okay? Because they basically just don't trust themselves. When you start to trust yourself in your decisions, both the small ones and the big ones, your life will improve dramatically. You also will find yourself trusting others more too. And as crazy as that sounds, in the world we live in today, we need to do that. Okay? There are people in this world that you will get to know. They will do something you realize you can't trust that person, then you cut them out of your life. Okay? But when you meet people, okay, and you find yourself interacting with good people, it's nice to find people to trust. Okay? And when you start to trust yourself more, you will trust other people more. And that's not a bad thing. You still have to be in the moment, in discernment, when you meet distrustful people. But you will trust yourself so much that you'll know that after something happens with that person. You understand? Because you'll trust your decisions then that that person wasn't a good person. And you'll get them out of your life and you'll move on. Okay? This thing about nobody trusts anybody and people are stabbing people in the back, enough. Okay? We have to trust ourselves. It starts from there. And if you do, then you will start to trust others. And your relationships will improve and get better. And the ones that are crappy relationships will move out of your life. They just will. You just won't have time for those people anymore. And in fact, they won't even want to be your friend. Stop making excuses to yourself. We all like to say, I will do this when I have a better job, when I have more money, when I have more time, when I lose weight, when I'm older, when I'm sure that it will work. You know how many people I want proof. I want proof that this is going to work, Melissa. This gap thing, this golden gap thing you're teaching, I want the proof. I want proof. Proof, how much proof? A week, a year? Being in my room for 3 days? 3 months? 3 years? When? When will you have enough proof? When? No. You know what? When people want proof, nothing's good enough for them, and that's the problem. Okay, and then what happens is, even when it works, which it does, they question it even then. Okay, they never even allow it to happen, or they do something themselves and screw it up. Okay, which has nothing to do with the system, but the choices that they have and the aura surrounding what they're doing. People that are distrustful are going to have a hard time trading the market. It takes trust to press the button to enter a trade. You're the only one doing it. You have to trust that what you're doing works, and really you have to trust yourself. Okay? You must trust yourself. And I've found that people want proof of a million things. When it comes right down to it, they don't trust themselves. And nothing's going to ever be good enough for them. And they're just going to miss everything. They're going to miss the whole boat, the whole way to the bank. They're going to miss the whole ride. Okay? Because they're waiting for all kinds of proof they're just never going to get. And even if they got it, it's still not good enough for them because they're in their head. They're so screwed up in their head. Okay? And this is the point I'm trying to make to you now. You have to start living now. Get your head correct. Okay? You have the power to do it. Here it is, right here. This is your brain. Let's get it focused. Okay? You're climbing up the Mount Everest. Forward. Okay? You have to start living now. If not now, when? Why are you waiting to do something that has the potential to improve your life for the better? Do you want to learn to swim or walk the plank? This is a cute little picture here. Honestly, if somebody said, okay, I'm going to teach you how to swim. And you said, you know what, I don't even care about learning how to swim. I don't even need to swim. I know that the that the planet has water all around it. But quite frankly, I'm never going to be concerned about going into the ocean. I'll be fine. Okay? You say, I'll be fine. I don't need to learn how to swim. I don't have to do any of that. Well, lo and behold, what happens? Let's just pretend some big meteorite comes down on Earth and all of a sudden just crushes through all the land masses, and everybody's has to get in a boat, okay? And they're stuck in boats, and we're running out of room in the boat, okay? You've got two choices: walk the plank or what, okay? Learn how to swim before they make you walk the plank, because if they make you walk the plank, then you'll survive in the water. You'll survive. You know how to swim. You'll eat the fish. You'll figure it out. Maybe then we'll start to live in the water, okay? The point is, don't wait until you're forced into a situation where you have to walk the plank. Learn how to swim now. Take your self-power now and use it wisely. Don't wait till you get fired from your job. Don't wait till you have no money. Don't wait till you're 65. Don't wait till you have to walk the plank, okay? Don't wait till you're under so much pressure that you have no clarity because you're in a fog about what the step is to take next, because all of a sudden now you have to do something so quickly and you're not comfortable with it at all. At least now you're comfortable with the fact that you're the one in control and making decisions whether or not you want to do something to improve your life next year. No one's telling you have to do this. You are deciding, I want to do this thing to improve my life next year. No one's making you walk the plank. So my point is, in the world we live in today, if we don't take it upon ourselves to improve our life, circumstances may come to turn that we are forced then to do certain things to improve our life, and will be unprepared if we don't prepare ourselves ahead of time. Prepare, okay? Prepare. How do you do that? You make the choices today to get things right in your head, and you take your life into your own hands, okay? What are you waiting for? A sign? Here, this is it. I'm the sign. I am the sign. Right now, I'm telling you, it is okay to empower yourself, to take charge of your life, and improve your life for 2013. I'm the sign. I'm telling you, you came here tonight. Everyone that's listening to me, I'm the sign. I'm telling you, it is great and acceptable and perfectly fine for you to move forward into your life, into the future, into 2013, and do something to empower yourself to improve your life. You don't need to wait for any other sign, okay? This is about changing your life for the better now. Change your life for the better now. No more excuses. If not now, when? It's your life. This is your life right now. You are the only one that can improve it. Relying on something to happen in some future date for you to make choices to improve your circumstances is only going to put off and prolong achievement of your future goals and ultimately your happiness. Okay? Everybody wants the confirmation, not just with trading, not just with gaps, but everyone's confirmation of the future. There is no such thing. If you are waiting for confirmation, you will never get it. You will grow old waiting for certainties and guarantees. You will die waiting for those things because they are rooted in fear. The need for confirmation after confirmation and hesitation after hesitation is really all the same thing here. It's the same thing with your trading decisions also, by the way. Okay? I'm taking trades in the first 5 to 15 minutes of the day. It's aggressive. I have a certain system that I use, but if I waited for confirmation on every trade I wanted to take till a trend was set, on the 15-minute chart in the morning, I would never be doing as well as I'm doing now. I don't need the confirmation after confirmation. You know what the confirmation is? My 26-point rating system that I look at in the morning before the market opens to check out the gap and all the numbers I need and everything I do from there. Okay? I don't need for 1,000 different confirmations after the market's open to decide to take a trade. I'll miss the boat. Okay? This little guy here, okay, represents fear. Now, he's a human being, but he's filled with fear. How do we know he's a human being? Well, he does have a heart in here. Okay, we see his heart, but it's so small. It's so crowded out. You can barely even see it. It's like a dot because he's sucked into this ball of fear. This is actually a person, but it doesn't look like a person, does it? It looks like a blob. Okay, it looks like a vampire. Now, obviously, I could have found something even more disgusting than this guy to represent fear, but I'm trying to keep it clean here. But the fact is, this is what it is, okay? It is not a pretty sight. Fear is an ugly thing, and it doesn't matter where it resides. It's ugly wherever you see it, okay? If you could step outside yourself sometimes and see how you act when you're scared about something, specifically making decisions with your life or relationships, money, whatever it happens to be, you would see someone that looks like this. You say, gosh, oh my goodness, is that what I look like? Is that what I look like? You would be concerned, okay? So don't let yourself get caught up like this guy. It's so hard then to turn this guy around, okay? He's completely possessed. Don't let it get like this. Release the fear. What would your life be like if you made every decision fearlessly? And specifically trading, okay? To those of you that are traders, this is very important. And those of you that aren't and want to become traders, this will come true to you in time. What would your life be like if you made every decision fearlessly, effortlessly, with confidence? Your life would be easier. It would be better. Ask yourself, what would your life be like if it was completely void of fear? If you want to improve your life in 2013, maybe this is the year for you to leap into the void. This is it. This is the void. There's nothing here. I have no picture. This is live. I have a PowerPoint slide with nothing on it. It's blank. This is what the future looks like. It's a void. With we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, this is the point I'm trying to make here is when you want to move out of a situation into another situation and you do not know the outcome, but the intention is there to create the outcome, you have the focus to achieve it, you are staying on the path to walk up the mountain, Mount Everest, and you are positive in your thoughts, you know you're not turning back, and you know if you do, there's trouble, okay? So what are you going to do? You're going to leap into the void without having any idea what the result is going to be, except for the fact that you know and believe and trust, because you trust in yourself and you trust in your decisions, that you will be okay and that you will achieve your goals, okay? And that jumping in the void and getting away from looking like this guy is far better than staying where you're at right now in this trauma. Okay, this is traumatic, okay? So let's think about jumping into the void next year. Let's really just think about doing it and trusting in yourself and your decisions. This could be the outcome if you do that. You don't know that when you're here. You can't see the beach with the palm tree. You cannot see the happiness. There's no guarantee. Nobody's going to give it. You can go to the psychic and call the tarot card reader and call the online psychics all you want. And some of them are going to tell you everything's going to be fabulous. Some of them are going to tell you everything's not going to be fabulous. Who are you going to believe? Well, you don't trust this person, that person. You're never going to get the answers, okay? You have to trust in yourself, okay? And if you do, okay, the outcome could be this, okay? Because what is the absence of fear is love. It's very difficult for love and happiness to reside where there's so much fear. Okay, this background is not behind this guy. It's a black hole behind him. You see that. He's being sucked into it. Eventually, if we came back and visited him in about 2 weeks, there'd be nothing left. He'd be very, very small. That heart would be so scrunched up, we could barely see it. Okay? This guy is going to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. And you know what I'm talking about, because this is what happens when a problem arises in your life where you just have to make decisions, and it's so difficult for you to do that. You become a shrunken guy like this. Okay, now lots of times we as human beings get ourselves out of it, but I'm just saying, let's not even get to this point, okay? Don't even let yourself get like this guy, okay? Let's just go right here, okay? We're just going to leap right into the void and do it, okay? And move forward towards happiness and peace. And we say we're in that situation right now in our head, boom, we're there. The time to be happy is now, knowing that everything is fine and trusting yourself and your decisions. Everything has a season. Now is the time to get ready for 2013 and make some life changes. Make some serious life changes. I teach a class on how to trade stocks. I know I've been talking about lots and lots of other things before now tonight. But the whole reason that I designed the class, that I do, is to learn how to trade stocks for a living. And it's called the Golden Gap. And I teach 26 things to rate the stock to play in the day. How did I come up with that? Well, I'm doing it myself. Every morning I get up and I trade a gap that I like. And if I don't see any I like, then I don't trade at all. And I'm even doing a trading room now. You can ask people, if there's nothing good, I'm not trading. Okay? The point is, this is the thing that maybe will change your life in 2013, learning how to trade the stock market, learning how to trade gaps, taking my class. This is a beautiful gap here. This was BG. It went way past the target. Now, here's the way it's set up. The proper entry actually happened late for me. It was around 10:15 here, and it actually fell off a cliff and went past the target. Sometimes I go back and I look at things, and I always am constantly trying to improve and say, how could I have done this better, this better, this better? We can always improve. We can always improve everything we're doing, and it's nice to do that, and this is the kind of thing that helps you continue to climb up the mountain. If you see the potential and the potential for you to even improve yourself, it really will help you stay on track, okay? This is the 5-minute chart, which is showing it going all the way down here to $43, which is the target. I actually went past it. The real entry time was 10:16. The price was $45.36, and the stop was over $45.46. So on a 10-cent risk, say you took 2,500 shares, the risk is only $250. And if you hold it to target, which you have to manage yourself, this is different for everyone. The profit, $5,900, which is 23 times the amount. I'm really, really big personally with my own trading, always trying to maximize my risk. I always try to get the best entry I can for the least amount of risk. So that means I can just take more than if I want to. Either way, I'm trying to get over 5 in everything I do. Sometimes I even pass on trades that are 5, which sounds crazy. Or I really don't think it's going to go at least 5 times the amount that I risk. And it's funny, they sometimes do. Sometimes go 10 then, and I say, wow, I should have taken that. I really try to maximize my amount that I'm making and what I'm risking all the time. Like blowing away what other people's programs even do. I've done that for myself because I said, gosh, I know there's perfection in these gaps, and I'm going to find it, okay? And lots of times there is. Now here's what it was. Right here's the entry stop over here. As soon as you got in and it dropped, okay? Now, how would you have even known to do this? Well, you would have had to been right on it the whole time watching, waiting, and really stuck with this thing. Not only that, the gap did rate well, okay? This was very, very tricky to get. And every time I do something, I go back and look and I say, well, could I have done this? Could I have done that? What else could I have done? Here's another thing. There was an ad on this one, and I say, okay, fine. Where was the proper ad, and why take the ad on this? If you take the ad on this for the full profit that you're up in the first trade, you would end up with nothing if the second one stopped out of the ad. I'm going to go show you, but it should never have done that, and it actually didn't, and I'll explain why in a minute. But if you have enough buying power to do this, okay, on 5,000 shares, you could have made 10 grand on this trade. Now, you were up 700. You risked the whole amount of the second trade, okay? But the point is, if it wouldn't have worked, you wouldn't have lost any money. And if it works, you make that, which of course it did. Let's just go back. Here was the entry. Now, after this drop, this has already made it halfway back to this move. The expectation is low of day. So you ask yourself, if I make an ad here, am I going to profit what I need to get back down here? And is this realistic even with the way that this is traded? It is. Why? Because it's already started to go more than half the move back. It's fine now. It's not going to go back over the high of the day. You're safe in the trade. You're safe to add. It also is at a reversal time here, okay? And not only that, you're not cost averaging your price down terribly. I wouldn't never add in the trade where it's already dropped. I think really around that 30-35 cents mark is the most that I'd even add to worsen my position, because you can't lose all the money that you're up in something. So the only reason to add is if it's starting to go into it and you get a little bounce like this somewhere into it between the price you're in and I'd say roughly 30 to 40 cents. Okay, 30 to 40 cents in here. You can't be adding after it's down $1. Okay, it's really. You're going to cost average yourself too much into it. And remember, we have to say the low of the day is the target. Now, really the target was 43, but there's no guarantee it's going to get through this. Okay, obviously it did. Okay. The whole point I'm trying to make here is this kind of play, this kind of perfection is something that the better you get at this, the better you can do it. I'm constantly improving myself, and I've been doing this now for 3 years, and I'm constantly thinking, how can I maximize this? How can I maximize that? And you can do this too once you learn how to find these gaps, okay? This is the other one we just did this Friday with BBY. I call this in the room. This was great because it just opened, had the entry, and fell right down. Now, it didn't get completely to the bottom of the target. Okay? Didn't get completely down here where it was supposed to be, but it was close. Okay? The entry was right here. There was an ad you could have done on this, too. If you didn't, you could have just taken it all the way down and lowered your stop all along here and just trailed bar by bar to get the whole thing down. But then you have to be out right in here because the target was 1140. We're getting into the reversal time. You're up too much money here now. You're only like 25 cents away, 20 cents away. You can't hold this forever. Whether you take it out right here or give it a pivot, if it goes over that pivot, you're out. Okay? So the setup on this one was 1246. Stop over 1254 on the same risk, about $250, 240 here on 3,000 shares. Remember, this is a $12 sum stock. So you need a little over 60 grand buying power. This isn't crazy. Okay, this is perfectly reasonable. Okay, for trading. And the exit was $11.75, and you made $2,100. $2,100, which is 11 times the amount that you risked. And look, it just went. Perfect entry. Perfect. Right here. Now, I could have done an ad on this. I didn't do it. This was just like so nice. This happened so quickly. It had, like at 9 o'clock, this thing opened and dropped out and ran. It was like make every decision you could quickly, which I did. Decided it was good, then just took it. Okay, and I called it in the room, and everybody I think got it with me, but I just didn't have enough time to do an ad on this thing. Anyways, this was another nice trade. Okay, you could have added here, and the cost average down here wouldn't have been really nothing. How would you know this was going to work? Because of this little boop right up here, which didn't go anywhere. And also, these are pushing down, and these are pushing down. And then, of course, you have to lower your stop if you add. It's very important with the ads. You always have to lower your stop if you add. Sometimes I don't, okay? But that's just because sometimes I know that if I'm doing a second ad, I know it's going to hit a place where it just goes. Okay, I've said that sometimes in the room. It's almost like I say, take it here, and it just goes like big red, like right, as like before I say it. And then as soon as I say it's going to hit a number, it's almost like it doesn't, and just, in fact, that happened today in BBY. Okay, and part of that is everything I teach, really, everything I teach, okay, but I have to tell you that part of it is instinct. Why? Because I've gotten so good at trading these things and seeing them, and the more you get better at this, the better you're going to get. And that's why to take my class and invest the time and learn it and do it over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to develop all the skill set, learning how to read the gaps, learning the technical analysis, learning the points, and you're also going to get that extra which is the intuition, the trust in yourself. It's like we were talking about. It's about trusting yourself. It's about trusting yourself. So is it really possible to do this? Yes. It is possible to do it. Okay. With a good education, practice, being in a good trading room, having a good support system, a positive attitude, it is possible. So the class I teach is called the Golden Gap. And, is it possible to make money repetitively in the market over a continuous and sustained period of time with a good system? Yes, it is. And the Golden Gap system is a great system. There are 26 points that I use to find the Golden Gap each day. This point rating system is a very detailed analysis which assists you in picking which stock symbol to trade. The 26-point rating system has a detail and a focus that is designed for one purpose. Find the best stock to play that will have a momentum move in the day to make money trading. And you will learn how to enter the stock properly, too, in my class. That is important, okay? This taking things willy-nilly, you can't do it, okay? You will get dinged out and then retaken and be stopped out like 4 times before it goes, and then you never even make any money on the day because you get stopped out so many times before it went, okay? Or you'll wait too long to take it for the confirmation, which you don't need. In fact, if you didn't get BBBY where we did today in the room and waited too long, you missed 85% of the move because it really just, when it set, it went. And then it reversed itself into the morning because it just dropped right to the target. So it is all about the system. First, you raise the gap, which is the intention. Second, trade the stock, which is the focus. Third is the result, which is make money trading. Trading can become very easy to do once you learn the Golden Gap system. So you learn the 26 points and play the stock. You have focus, a clear intention, and a plan of action. It can be that easy. really can be that easy. Remember, your life is your own creation. Your own creation. No one is saying, I have to do this, you have to do that. It's your own creation. Sometimes we get stuck and we think that we're under influences by other things. No, you still have choices. Okay, this is the point I'm trying to make. You still have choices. How we react to things that happen to us is our decision. Okay, we can't control other people, but we can control our reaction to these other people, and therefore make choices for ourselves and our own life, and create a different circumstance if we don't like the one we're in. Ask yourself if you believe what I'm saying to you. Do you believe that your life is your own creation? Ask yourself this right now. Because if you answered no, then ask yourself why. This is so important. This is why I want everybody to think about this stuff before 2013. You've got plenty of time to think about this. You have 11 days. 11 days to get your head on straight before next year. Start taking charge right now of creating your own life. If you don't like the job you have, make a goal to find one you do like. If you don't like how much money you have and you want more money to live a better quality of life, then find a part-time job or learn how to trade to make more money. Do something to improve your situation if you want to. It is December 20th. Tomorrow is the winter solstice. It's December 21st. We're getting into the time of the year where the seasons are changing if you live in the Northeast. And it's winter. It is absolutely winter here now. And the shortest day of the year, I think, is tomorrow. Okay? Now is the time to think about all these things. Really think in your head about how you want to have some positive influences in your life. It is important to think positively about ourselves and our life. It is also important to surround ourselves with positive people. Steer clear of negative people and circumstances. If you don't remember anything else that I said tonight, remember that. It's good advice. Negativity and fear is like a disease. Do you know how hard it is to get rid of a disease? It's almost impossible. It can be done. Many people cure themselves of disease. There's lots of ways out there, and they're coming up with new medications and drugs also to help cure disease. But really, do you even want to put yourself in that position? No. Okay? Would you let a disease willingly into your house? No. Don't let it into your house. And what is your house? Yourself. What is your house? Yourself. Not the building that is around you. Yourself. That's your real house. Your body, your spirit, your soul, your mind. Okay? Your heart. Your house is yourself. This is you. You're getting ready for Christmas. Look at you. You look fabulous. Okay? Or Hanukkah, whatever holiday, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you're celebrating, New Year's Eve. Okay? You're all dressed up and you're ready to go. And you're taking care of yourself and your house, which is you. Okay? You. Would you let negativity into yourself willingly? Because it's a disease. Would you let a disease into your house? If someone knocked on your door and said, I want to come in, and you knew that person had a deadly disease that was infectious and could possibly infect you, would you let them in your house? Now, this might be a friend or somebody you know, and you say, listen, I'm so sorry, I can't let you in. Please, go to the doctor, take your pills, I'll talk to you on the phone, I'll text you tonight, okay? But you can't let them in your house, okay? You cannot do it. You just can't do it, okay? You're putting yourself at risk, and if the disease gets too close, cut it off. Just cut it. Say, nope, I don't even want to go there anymore. I have certain rules, and the rule is I don't let disease in my house. It's a rule that I've made now. I've made the rule in 2012, and I'm carrying that rule not only through 2013, but through the rest of my existence, through eternity. I'm an eternal being, and for eternity, I'm keeping disease away from my house, which is myself. The power of your thoughts to create your life. When you come to the realization that you have choices, your life immediately changes for the better. When you just come into that realization, your life changes for the better. Some people live forever, never knowing or believing they had a choice. And it's bad, actually. Miracles happen every day. Where are these miracles? They're in our mind. Okay? The work in your mind. Remember the picture of our brain? Sometimes the work is just in our heads. Once you realize this, you will start to understand that you are the power in your own life. When a problem or issue arises, solutions will become clear. The clarity that we were discussing earlier will become easier and easier for you as time goes on and as you evolve. It's about our own personal evolution. through our own self-empowerment. Okay? When you want to change your life, change your thoughts. Your mind is so powerful. This isn't about going to college and getting an MBA and all these things. Okay? This is about you yourself, the mind that exists within you, your brain, is powerful. I don't care where you're from. I don't care your level of education. You're a human being with a mind, and it is powerful. And you can use your thoughts to help you progress forward and evolve in your own life. This is a picture of a neuron. There are 180 billion neurons in our brain. And those are all working, and they're there ready to serve you. And mine are ready to serve me. Mine are serving me, okay? And yours are serving you. Now, are they serving you in the direction you want to go? Or some of them taking a nap, okay? They have been waiting and napping for a long time. Get them working, okay? Get them moving. Let's get them all moving forward. Get them all working. They've got plenty of energy. They've been napping for years, okay? Get these neurons to move that fear guy, okay, out. How do you create abundance? Start with your mind. Start with your thoughts. Are you thinking positive thoughts or negative thoughts? Are you thinking thoughts of abundance, happiness, positive change? A new year filled with joy and love? Yes, yes, yes. Do you love your life? Yes. If you do not love your life, then that is the first step right now. That is the first step right now. Start loving your life. Even if you say, God, I don't so, Melissa. Cancel, okay? You start with your head, okay? Tell yourself right now, I love my life, and I'm going to improve my life for 2013. I just wrote it down on a piece of paper what I'm going to do. I have the intention, the focus. I'm going to get a plan of action together. Okay? I'm getting a plan of action together right now, and I've got 11 days to do it. Love your life. Okay? If you loved your life, and I love my life, and this guy over here loved his life, and this woman over here loved her life, we'd live in a better world. Okay? We would live in a better world. The world would be a better place, okay? And so in the end, it all really comes down to the individual and the self-empowerment within ourselves and the way we feel about ourselves, the way we love ourselves, the way we take care of our house, okay? Because if we take care of our house, it's going to be so much easier to help out my neighbor, okay? If my house is a dirty rat's nest, there's no way I'm going over to help my neighbor clean his house, okay? I don't even have time to clean my house. You think I'm going to clean your house? No, okay? So clean up your own house, and you'll have plenty of time to go clean the neighbor's. Okay, help him out then. He needs a helping hand. But you can't clean his house if your house is dirty, because you know what's going to happen? You're going to take your dirt into his house, and then his house, which is already dirty, is going to be double the dirt. Okay? It's the same thing with negativity and disease. Okay, it consumes everyone then as it starts to double and triple and quadruple, and it blows up. Okay? So that's why you have to just stop it, crush it, jump into the void, away from it. You know one thing for sure, okay, that if you're in a position where things are not working well, and you're climbing up the mountain, and behind you is an avalanche, okay, and a snowstorm, you know for sure if you go down the mountain, you're going to die. So what choice do you have? The only choice to move forward, stay on the boat, get to New York City, okay? You're soon running out of food, but you're going to get there soon, and everything's going to be fine. So just stay the course. This is a time of year when we're in transformation. The holidays, the calendar, the seasons, the winter solstice, it's a transformation time. Allow yourself to transform with this. This is the word I'm writing this down right now. This is my word of 2013. I just said it right now. Transformation. This is my buzzword for 2013. I'm transforming my life as we speak. And 2013, my whole entire life is going to be transformed. I don't even know what it's going to look like, but I know it's going to be a million times better. In fact, I can't even picture what it's going to look like. It's going to be so great that I can't even picture what it's going to look like. My trading, my company, my life. Okay? Get yourself in your head right now. Transformation is it for you in 2013. You're going to transform your life, your world. It's a new year, a new life, a new you. Toast to yourself this New Year's Eve. Toast to yourself. Say, congratulations, I did it. This was a rough year, and I made it through. You know, I can't wait for next year. Next year, I'm going to do everything I know to improve my life, and it's going to be a great year. In fact, it's going to be the best year of your life yet. So, you've got to do it, though, with a plan. You need a plan of action. You need a plan of action in place in order to be successful in your life. You need a plan of action in order to improve your financial situation if that's what you want to do. And trading can be the path to get you where you need to go in 2013 to improve your life. And remember, money is the vehicle. It's an assist. Okay? It's an assist. It's not the goal. It's an assist. Okay? So if anyone is interested in learning how to trade gaps, I am teaching a class this weekend. People are actually doing a class right before Christmas Eve and Christmas because they want to get ready for earnings season. January is a great month to trade. There's going to be tons of stuff to do, tons of good golden gets, and lots of money to be made in the market. So if you're interested, contact me to do the class this weekend. It's from 9 to 5 Eastern Time, Saturday and Sunday. The cost is $1,500. And if you're interested in classes for next year, please feel free to email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Remember, education is a gift to yourself. You're doing this for yourself to improve your learning, to get those neurons working when you learn something new like my strategy. And believe in yourself. That's the utmost important thing. And if you're interested in a live trading room, you can contact me about this as well. We did BBBY today, and we got it at the top. So it was a great day. If you're interested, this is a very focused trading room that plays gaps based on technical analysis. And you know, if you can take my class and be in the room, it just equals results. Because I am so focused on what I'm doing. In fact, this morning, I looked at a couple of things this morning, but I said, I knew this morning I'm doing BBBY, that's it, I'm doing this, this is perfect, I'm doing it. I said it 100 times. I really looked at other stuff, but I said it a million times in the morning. And I just looked at that thing the entire morning, and we got it. So thank you. If you're interested in more information, please feel free to contact me. Does anybody have any comments, any questions? What do you think? I know I went over a little bit. It's 6:30. But let me know if you have any other questions. And if not, thank you very much for coming. I hope this was inspirational.